Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's episode. I am very excited to bring you today's episode because today we're looking at an EVERTUNE equipped Ibanez Prestige. That's right. We got a made in Japan Ibanez Prestige here, and I'm just so excited. Let's just jump right in. This guitar is equipped with Goto tuners, 5-piece neck, standard Ibanez tilt back, headstock construction. We got 24 of the big boy extra jumbo frets. We got the standard Ibanez cutaway, although this one's cut away a little bit more than maybe the old 550s. We got Fishman Fluence pickups, some sort of bright boost tone switcher here. We got a 3-way pickup selector, volume, and a tone knob. And of course, the amazing and epic EVERTUNE bridge. What the EVERTUNE system is 6 independent springs that compensate each of the string saddles. So what does that mean practically? That means you can grab it by the strings, do all this craziness, and since it's compensated, it's ever in tune. Now, so you tune it up here, and then you set the zone and the tension with the normal tuning pegs. And you can actually freak a lot of people out by messing with the tuning pegs because they don't really do anything. They just set the kind of tension and whatever zone you're in. And so let's get into that right now, actually. So on the EVERTUNE, there are 3 sort of zones of compensation, but really zone 2, what they call zone 2 and 3, are the most useful. Zone 2 makes it so that bending notes on your guitar won't do anything. It won't change the pitch. Now, some people asking, why would you ever want to do that? Well, for people that like wailing on their guitar, who like to play kind of floppy strings in low tunings, when you hit the string, the pitch goes sharp slightly before it returns to its tuned state. And with this, the compensation takes that out. So you can lay down super aggressive rhythm tracks and have it perfectly in tune. Where other guitars, it'll the tuning will be bouncing all over the place. And what I've kind of done to set this up here is kind of done the Ola England approach, where you set it up in your drop tuning, and you're in zone 2, so that means bends do nothing. When the pitch raises, you're in zone 3. You can go to your standard tuning, and when you need a drop, you just go back to your zone 2. So it's kind of like setting it up on the border of zone 2 and 3. And what that also means is you kind of get double duty out of the low string, because you can set it up so that it can do bends, or you can just back it off a little bit more. And it'll kind of be that super solid, no bending state that I was talking about earlier. So enough talking about the EVERTUNE. Let's go through some of the tones that I used in that intro. All the sounds you're going to be hearing are going to be from the Axe FX3. This is my stock preset I use for everything. It's a Marshall Plexi, greenback, and a vintage, or a rectifier style cabinet. Also, if you're wondering about this switch, it just kind of shifts the mid-range a little bit. I don't necessarily notice what it does a whole lot, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm just gonna leave the voicing switch alone. For the solo lead tone, this is my ADA MP1 preset. This is kind of my go-to solo lead preset. That's what this sounds like. Pretty awesome. This is kind of the best ambient slash clean tone I can get out of this. Pretty standard. Now, let's take these headphones off and talk about what I think about this guitar. I think this guitar is absolutely wicked. You know, this is the first guitar I've ever gotten to play with that has an EVERTUNE, and I am going to have to buy myself one because that is just so awesome. I've never been an EVERTUNE believer. If you know me, you know I love Floyd Rose's. I think they did it right once, and I think it's a perfect system. But for like more studio work or just laying down some heavy riffs, I think this is the way to go. Now, what I don't like about this guitar is it has a switch that basically does nothing. The audible difference of what the switch does is embarrassingly low, and I would take it out. I also want to kind of bash on these pickups. I played a set of Fishman Influences I liked on a Charvel, and I thought they were amazing. They were like the Hot 89s or something or other. It's on a Charvel SoCal T-style. These ones, these Fishman pickups, I don't like as much because they can't really do mid-gain stuff. They really fall apart in the mid-gain, and even trying to do cleans, it just wants to kick up dirt and be super, super distorted. I also just don't like the way they sound that much. But you definitely can still get some usable tones out of them, and that's not to say there won't be your cup of tea or what you might like, but for me, I like a lot of that kind of mid-gain crunchy stuff. So these are running a little bit hotter than I'm used to, so I don't really like them. And I don't think they're as versatile as a normal set of pickups. Having a kind of simple guitar like this that's got a lot under the hood is pretty sweet. So that's all I have to say about this guitar. If you enjoyed this, thought it was entertaining or educational at all, Let me know somehow, and I will see you guys in the next episode.